Listen. Yeah. Yes, Lord. Oh. Get that out of there. Hey everybody, it's your boy Matty Rants. Thank you so much for tuning in today. It is a rant with me about these shows. It's always going to be rant with and then followed by whatever words I feel like putting together. But we're going to be talking about Queen of the Universe Cancelled. And also getting into RuPaul's Drag Race Down Under Season 3 cast reveal along with the Meet the Queens. Hope everyone's been having a good day. I know whoever I was having a conversation with on Twitter wanted me to have not such a good day, but I can tell you and everybody else to calm down. It's not that deep. If I don't want to say something, it's because I'm doing it for a reason. And that if you just follow the breadcrumbs, you can find something extremely quickly. Because while you showed me your screenshots, I tried to send you mine, but that wasn't good enough for you. Either way, there's Reddit, there's all things that are available for you. But I'll talk about that one girl on this current season of Drag Race Down Under that has, well, not such a great introduction so far. And as far as people, I guess needing to know who it is, welcome to my channel. You'll find out today. If you haven't already found out by just typing in 4 words in your search options, okay? Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate y'all so much for being here today. Yeah, I'm not Leviathan. I am like, I'm not here to run and juggle and do for people like that. Like, if I just want to make a vague post, I make a vague post. You make vague posts for reasons because things don't want to be so you're not trying to allude to everything. We're having a conversation about it later. You don't have to literally give everybody what they want. So either way, I don't care. Like, I'm done with that. Block, remove, whatever y'all want to do on that internet. Y'all too young to be acting up with me online, so I don't care. I really don't. And I just want to have a good time and talk today. I'm going to keep my interactions limited on social media because that was my lesson learned again today. I was like, see, this is why I don't really participate like that. And I just post and go. See, I started being like, let me be more interactive. Just it was over something really silly. Just silly. Very silly. Very silly. Who is the racist one? Why don't you say their name? Because I literally found it just by searching it. Got it together. I'm vague posting because I don't want their name attached to my channel and my social media on Twitter. So I'm vaguely posting because I thought everyone knew. I thought we were all on the same page. So it just turned into something extra and I had to just remove. I was like, God, I can't do all that. And of course, now I'm the villain. You did everything with answer. Some random little punk walked up in there. See, mind you, once again, some white queen jumped into some black business. And it was like, okay, here we go again. But like, it was just very like, girl, I'm not even trying to do all of that. Just let me vague post, pop up on my channel like we've been doing here. We'll talk about it here. And then just go from there. But no, I didn't want that associated with my Twitter. So regardless, it wasn't really anything. It was just some random person doing the most. So they're mad at me. I'm like, whatever. And everybody else was doing it too. So like, I don't care. It was very silly, very silly. Anyway, let's do my social medias. Let's get this party started. Let's talk about, we're going to start with Down Under first. And then I'm going to have a little speech for Queen of the Universe. I'm going to have a speech for it. Because girl, that binge, I do not recommend watching season 2. I don't recommend it. Ooh, God, what a boring show that was. And then clearly there, like, the bias, favoritism in the judges panel. Some of the critiques didn't make any sense. Giselle Barbie Royal was always giving these weird critiques. It felt like I was watching Drag Race España all over again, but in like mediocre singing form. I don't even like singing competition shows, but I completely understand why I enjoyed season 1 over season 2. But no, like for real, Mel B will be a part of this conversation. You know, I don't know what they were doing in their caramel macchiato to only beige order of Black women that they could have ordered in for that show to sit on that judges panel. But Mel B is not a great singer. And it made no sense to me why she was there in the first place, but I'll talk about it. Because it's like, I don't understand why you are sitting up there with the last few stretches in your throat giving commentary about singing. I'm already looking at Sideshow Bob sitting next to you in a blonde wig. That's fine. It makes sense for this program and Vanessa Williams and all that kind of stuff. But I don't know. We'll talk about it. There is something about a show that looks so good, but just doesn't fulfill you in the same breath. Like we're watching a reality TV show and it just doesn't do anything for you. I'm going to talk about it. We'll get you there. Season 1 was a different story. Season 2, that was weird. I did not enjoy that experience. At Matty Rants everywhere except for Twitter, which is at the Matty Rants. There's a Linktree link in the description. Click that button. It'll take you where you need to go. Leave your feelings at the door. I'm not here to explain shit to you on my other social media pages. Just come along for the ride. We'll have a good time. Also, I'm on Patreon. I do reactions for all these shows I talk about, except for Queen of the Universe. Well, this one, season 1, I think is still up there. I'm not quite sure. But check it out for as low as $1 a month. I just filmed Drag Race Mexico this morning, episode 2. So I will have that posted this evening. If not, by tomorrow in the morning time, I will have Drag Race Mexico posted for you. Episode 2 was good. I was invested. I was like, okay, we've picked it up. It's still a good show. I'm here for Drag Race Mexico so far. I'm entertained. That review will be tomorrow in the afternoon as well here on YouTube. Also, I am bookable on Cameo. Now, for the girls on Twitter, for the kids that need to hear this the most, who are caught in their feelings and expect for people to do things for them, or honestly give me and others a break because it's really never going to be that deep. I'm going to say some things today you may not agree with, but I do it from an entertainment perspective. It's not meant to harm or to hurt. Nothing malicious is being said. But if you take it personal, there is a doctor that can help you with that. I am not him. Disclaimer, this program's for entertainment purposes only, and content is not intended to malign any religion, race, company, individual, gender, or wigs. All opinions expressed by Matty Rants and program participants are solely their personal views and don't reflect the opinions of being on the planet. No hate should be sent to any of the shows or individuals mentioned on this program, so please don't be rude. And if you feel uncomfortable after viewing this program, consume some Activia and have yourself a good hoot. If you want to drop a tip in my jar for your boy hosting today, not necessary for your participation, but it's certainly appreciated as I am a single father of one and he's driving me crazy. For those of you who are wondering where my energy has gone, you better ask this cat because he has me on a completely different schedule that I'm not used to. I'm waking up mega early, going to bed early, trying to find time to film and this, that, and the other, on top of some other things I'm working on in the background. But if you want to help me out, please, it's paypal.me/MattyRants, Cash App $MattyRants, Venmo MattyRants. I really appreciate y'all's participation today and just tuning in, and also to the playback crew who may be watching this from your homes, from your cars, from your job, wherever you're at. Thank you for being here today. Make sure you hit that like button though. That's super free. You also give yourselves a big hug from me because I don't know what's going on in your lives today, including some angry bitch online, but you may need a hug because I don't know what else is happening with you today, child. When I get off of here, I will get back to my life, and so will you. And that's where this needs to go. I need people to understand that some stuff does not need to be taken so seriously and driven to the point to where it's like, I got to prove you wrong. Girl, you're still wrong. You, not me, because this ain't about me. It's about you. None of that anger today. I'm going to talk about wig lines. I'm going to talk about girls who have been accused of doing things and saying stuff that is not okay. And apparently the rumor allegedly is that there was little shit talking in the background. I don't know. I mean, they allegedly have an elimination order already up, but that's just how these shows work. But we're going to get into this today because, baby... Now, y'all should know season 1 of Down Under, I was almost over it and finished with that approach. Okay, you see what I'm saying? Like, season 1 was a fool. And it was Scarlett Adams that pissed me off. And it was the way they even approached the situation. The fact that one person who even called them out, et cetera, that episode was also eliminated, who literally, like, no person of color in there to have that conversation. She's the only one like holding them accountable. Eliminated the same episode. We had to do all that. It was really a bad taste in our mouth. Someone came back, didn't do nothing. And then the winner was, obviously, it was very that, you know what I mean? Then season 2 happened, and dear God Almighty, was that one of the best franchise moments for me in Drag Race history, because not only, and I wish I had the pictures up. Oh, I wish I still had the pictures up right now. I should have put them in my slideshow. But like, not only did I enjoy the majority of the cast, but like I found myself really attaching to 3 queens in particular that you already know, who have been very kind to me, who have been also very kind to this channel, participating in the comments, as well as getting to meet them in person and exchanging that energy. And I'm talking about Queen Kong, of course, Spanky Jackson, winner of season 2, hey Spanks, and of course one of my favorite people, Hannah Donda. Well, it's Hannah Conda, but I call her Hannah Donda, who she has accepted this name in person. Also, happiness. I almost forgot, baby. I miss talking to you on stereo. Oh, I'm sorry I'm not on stereo anymore, but I'm glad that you have me here on YouTube. Thank you so much for the super chat. Speaking of stereo, but not speaking of stereo, I have a podcast coming out in July. I'm going to be doing it with my good friend Bleeker. It is a movie podcast. It will be done after July 4th. So wait for that date. I'm thinking about it like a Friday or a Thursday night show. And we're going to talk about movies, and we're going to give you our favorites and sort of give you our top 5, but not top 5, but more so in a category of understanding who we are as movie viewers and watchers. And then each and every, I think at least 2 episodes a month, we're going to be doing like, movies that come out in theaters, as well as talking about movies that we can refer to in the categories as such. It's going to be fun. It's going to be great. I'm excited for that. I love my friend Bleeker. We have such a deep body history of loving movies, going to school for film in certain cases, because that was a part of my studies when I was going to school. Like we're deeply rooted into it. So you're going to find out a lot about me, a lot about my friend Bleeker, but also like our take on film in a very fun and cool podcast. So I'm very excited for that. We'll have a live episode on YouTube for the first episode. Then we're going to talk about on Apple, on Spotify. Basically, we're going to be pushing it into those directions. So just get ready for that. It's going to be a little new series I'm going into and diving into another world outside of just Drag Race. So there you go. Bell Chan, thank you for the super chat. Down Under producers background check the Queen's Challenge Impossible. Well, maybe they felt that with this colorful cast that they actually did book that, there's a little slide by in there. Mind you, Bell Chan, we lost affirmative action in the States here. I can't say the same for what's happening in Australia and New Zealand, but in the States, Ashley would find herself enjoyable, maybe. Oh, God, I was supposed to wait till we got there, but we'll get there soon. Fozzie, what's the Down Under? With Down Under and casting races, shaking my head. Mind you, if I were to be honest with you, Fozzie, a few years ago when I brought up somebody who did blackface, well, not recently, but in one of my series, I was told that in certain countries that's not a big deal and that's an American thing. So I can't say the same for Down Under in Australia. Australia, not Down Under, like as if that's for Australia and New Zealand. That's something out there that they can have a conversation about. Mind you, Queen has been very open about that. There have been people who have been on the show before who have had a past where it may not have been so squeaky clean, such as Hannah Conda, but they've actually come out and owned up to where they went wrong. They have done their apology tour, not only but still taking that accountability. We even saw that done on the show directly. Another reason why I liked Hannah, because Hannah wasn't on that, oh, well, that was in the past. It never happened. No, it's can't believe I did that. That's where I went wrong. Let's not do that again. Let me educate my sisters on this too, and how we can be better people and better allies. See, that's the difference. That's where one person we can go, yes, for sure. You know what I'm saying? And then the other person we can go, so what have you done? And we'll go into what is being said allegedly, versus me just going, it's her, it's her. I'm going to use allegedly a lot today. But a lot of this information, in case you're wondering where it is at, because somebody getting an attitude about it, it's on Reddit, it's on Twitter. I didn't see it on Twitter. Type in specific words. Drag Race Down Under, racist. That's so easy. You can type in drag race and racism and it'll just take you through a thread. Sometimes it is also your algorithm and what you're seeing through your search history as to why you can't see everything. Also, by the way, just so we're clear. Fozzie, thank you so much for your super chat. Call me woke, I guess. I just don't think mocking people just on the color of their skin is funny or entertaining. Well, I mean, that word woke. Oh God. You want to talk about a word that has been taken, destroyed, remanufactured into another word of another meaning and has just lost all its impact. Don't call yourself that. Just call yourself a human being, Fozzie. That not even woke. That has nothing to do. That is a term that was used initially to talk about people who were basically outside of the realms of seeing what people want you to see because of their own conservative Christian views. That also then, that a lot of racism is based in conservative Christian views, by the way, in case y'all didn't understand that. But anywho, because there's even quotes in scriptures in the Bible where people will point to and saying, well, this says it's okay. Anywho, but they then took that word and that term and flipped it into like a negative thing, like snowflake. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, because you believe in these certain things, that's what we're going to call you. Like it's this whole term. Don't even use that no more. Just say a human being with some common sense. Somebody who's on the planet Earth that can actually see what's going on and is fully aware of how life is and, what is really being utilized in the media. Like they're making drag queens out to look like what? And saying that they are what? When in reality, if you go through the statistics of what that is and who does it, nowhere, you're not going, baby. We're not on the board. They're not on the board. You see, I do drag now, so I have to sit in here and jump on this one. You know how it goes with the same. Oh, well, if they want to use the bathroom, then they're supposed to be these kind of people. Are you sure about that? Because from the last that I understood, it's really these, people in the church that be having these problems that I'm very clear of understanding. And it's weird. Like when people take out the nuances for their own narrative in order to make it sound a certain way without going into the context of everything that's actually happening and then applying it into the situation. So it's like, oh, then that makes sense. Does that, like, you see what I'm saying? It's like, come on now. Like if we're going to take A, you forgot B and C, which are still a part of this equation that make up where we're trying to get to D. You can't just say A, that's it. There's a B. No, it's not. Yeah, but that's how we got to D. You can't just say A got to D. That's not how that works. So it's weird, but that very cherry picking kind of stuff. And it's like, okay, well, I guess if that works for your narrative, but also it's the way that God explained to people how you lead with love and judge not lest ye be judged. Cast the first stone. If ye have not sinned, and everyone's walking around acting like they have not, or that one sin is the greatest sin of them all, when even in the Bible, it says no sin is greater than the other. If you read the Bible, see, y'all got me on a tangent. Let me get off of here. We got to get to the show. Oh, y'all got me on a tangent. Get off my soapbox right now, Matty. It's just that's the stuff that just drives me. Like, mind you, I grew up Seventh-day Adventist, so like you're not supposed to eat anything that's considered a scavenger that eats off of the dead, which would be like most like crustaceans, right? And you're not supposed to have pork because it has a split hoof. It's considered unclean in God's eyes. That's in the Old Testament. The New Testament then says you can pray over it and all is clean. But is it? Do you hear what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, you're asking me to understand one thing, but then telling me I can't utilize the same functions that you asked of before, because whatever narrative we're going into needs to fit into what we're all constructed into now. But what if the construction is not big enough for all of us? That's ridiculous. Like if we're building, you don't build just for you, you build for the world. Like that's the problem that most people face. Like yes, we can be selfish at times and we all have things that we certainly care for, but like if everything is going to run as a unit, you can't handle everything, you can't run it all. So we're supposed to think of this as a unit with the world. And also, if you don't want your kids to be involved with shit, stop putting them in it. All right, let me get on with the show. I'm just rambling here, but I appreciate y'all listening to me rant. I annoyed I am by just people playing with people's opinions, telling people how to feel and do all of that when in reality, let's say for instance, you don't like me, cool. I don't know you, I don't care. I don't dislike you because I don't know you. You haven't shown me who you are, and I probably wouldn't like you if you were to show me who you are at the same time. But it's not my prerogative to focus on that and let you know. You know what I mean? It's like very weird how people do that kind of thing. For example, I don't like a particular YouTuber who's nothing to do with Drag Race, but the way they react and do things like this, that, and the other. But I never go in the comments and talk about them. I never directly get to them. I just sit and go, oh, that's terrible. Ugh, literally, she's on here with a ring that's about to explode from her fingers in a different country, completely being a hypocrite, doing the most horrible things, pretending to play cosplay as a Muslim woman, you know, looking like a whole fucking unbaked potato wrapped in a blanket, looking a fool. But like, I don't go on her page and talk about her or do things like that. I just simply watch her stories and wait for the whole entire place to burn because I mean, shit. Shout out to everybody who knew I was talking about right there because that lady is horrible. Horrible. Her and that other one. Had your ex-girlfriend call you on the phone, Miss Thing, and I didn't know I was live. Fozzie, I get what you're saying. I'm speaking on behalf of a Black person who was like tired where that word came from and understanding that girls, they took that word and did all that. But at the same time, I appreciate your support as well as you understanding, like, you know, what I'm talking about here. Zari, I'm not going to get in that girl world because those kind of people do shit like doxing and they come for people's children. They try to get into your health records and history like that. Like if you got it, like that world on YouTube is insane. It's insane how sick and sad it is and that they all don't see it. And it turns into like this, I'm just responding. And no, you're not. Like you post to go. It'd be crazy. It'd be crazy all the time. I watch it just go down and then just pay attention to certain people. I only watch compilation videos now. I can't do the commentary of a lot of them. Captain Sully, it's always shocking to finding people that know of ALR. Yep. She's one of the ones I just can't believe when I see her. I'm like, really? Like you don't see the problem as you? Like you really don't see the problem as you. It's oh, it blows my mind. I learned a lot about myself through these people. Like, God, I don't want to be this. That'd be me. I don't want to be this. Oh. It's a lot. It's a lot. Anywho, let me move on. I'm sorry. Got into a tangent of talking. It's definitely that kind of day. You know what? I want to say no, but let's get into Down Under and this promo. So what happened? They're pirates. This sand is very interesting. I was like, oh, okay, this is okay. You know, that was me. Okay. Sure. You know, and I said, well, look, we got some more queens of color, which I really appreciate. And I thought, okay, this may be something here. Again, season 2 has left a very wonderful taste in my mouth. So I was expecting a little bit of a high level, even though with season 2's promo, I was looking at one person who won the show, who I love now, like, what the fuck is this? And then I was proven wrong. So I want to say that now by basically stating that if I hate something at the beginning of this from their Meet the Queens, they may prove me wrong later. I have been proven wrong. I have fallen in love with folks that I hated their promos and did all that. So please take everything I say with a grain of salt today. Okay. That's all I'm saying. Please take it with a grain of salt. Do me a favor first, hit the like button, share and subscribe, drop a tip in my jar, PayPal.me/MattyRants, Cash App, $MattyRants, Venmo, MattyRants. Someone tipped me randomly yesterday, and it wasn't during a live, and I need to give them some time. I need to find it because it was like not normally at the time when I go live, and I was like, wait, who is this? Oh, here we go. I want to give you love right now because you got me after my review, and it was like when I wasn't, trying to do whatever, It's my baby Embroika. Listen, Drag Race Espana is done. Congratulations on surviving this ordeal, tipping you down. Very hard work. I appreciate you. For y'all that don't know, Embroika is in the chat now, and that is one of our moderators here. Shout out to Embroika, all the way in France, baby, France. Okay. And they do the timestamps in the comment section. So give them some love. Thank you, Pooh. I forgot to give you my love directly. So there we go. No, you're fine, babe. You're fine. Okay. Emile. Emile's pretty. I am nervous. I thought they were gorgeous and I was like, interesting. The energy was a little, I'm going to tell you this and I'm going to tell you that. And I got a little nervous because that's normally how they get the girls out. But personally, I was sold. I was like, oh, okay. She's beat. I was here for the melanin skin. She's giving good. She looks great. The outfit was kind of piled. And I mean that as polished for the girls that wants to know why I'm doing all that. I was here for it. I was like, okay. Oh. I was like, okay. I was like, I like this. When does Drag Race France start again? And tell me I didn't miss it. Because I'm like, damn, Mexico had just started, España just ended, All Stars 8 has got a couple more to go. I know France is about to start. Now this has come out. It's weird. You know what I'm saying? When we're done talking about this, yes, I will gladly drag her by her misshapen lips. Do not worry, Rudy. That lady had a ukulele. Do you hear me? A ukulele. I could not believe it. Thank you for the super chat. I could not believe it. Now you want to talk about a slap in the face to some people? Man, now we'll talk about that later. I saw that shit the other day and I said, you're lying. This is some Shane Dawson level of fuckery. Like, on a real note, very, very... some things that aren't so nice about what? I'm going to talk about that one lady whose lips look like that one guy's handwriting from Back to the Future. So don't even worry about it. Off topic. Hey, thank you for the super chat, babe. Are you doing a reaction video of Beyonce's tour whenever you go? So I don't know how much I can film in there. I'm going to try to film, some of it. I actually bought her tour shirt because for those of you who don't know, who aren't a part of the Beehive, Beyonce sent us an email the other day with her tour merch. Like, there was already merch from the Renaissance album, but then she has tour merch specifically for the US, and it has all the dates on the back of it with Houston, which is the one I'm going to on my birthday, September 24th. So yes, I bought a shirt the other day. She took my fucking money. I wanted to buy the sweatpants too and all that, but I'm waiting until I got to pay my rent first. So yeah, and I love it through Amazon. I love it through Amazon. She has a whole store on Amazon now. It's a gag. It's a gag. I was like, oh shit. Like, this is actually much better than what she was using to send the stuff. Cause y'all know I lost like 3 different merch items when I moved and I didn't get them back. So thank you, Beyonce. Back to Emil though. Let's get back on the topic here. But thank you for the subject, because you are right. Like, oh my God, how many months away is it? Okay, July, August, September. Less than 3 months away. Less than 3 months away. Oh my God. Actually, wow, it is less than 3 months away from my birthday. Whoa, that's cool. Okay. I'm old. All right, let's move on. I don't do Afterpay because I want to make sure I pay, Crystal. Does that make sense? I don't trust me. I don't trust me. I do not trust me. Pixie is fine. Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry. Someone had posted a picture online. I said, wait a minute. Hello. Excuse me. Okay, moving forward here. But no, Emil looks great. I hope we don't get a quick run of them this season, but we'll see what happens on the show, because you never know. You never know. So, what led to an unfollow online, because I wouldn't say their name so loud. Ashley Madison, allegedly they were defending Scarlett Adams for doing blackface. Allegedly they've had transphobic and racist comments in the past. Allegedly, yeah, that's all allegedly. Someone had said that someone from season 2's cast was threatening someone over this, but I don't know if that was true or not. But allegedly, there's a group of them, and it's like, oh. So I'll be just, watching through them. I love how in the live chat y'all say things, allegedly, because, but then people were posting like screenshots of like the old comments and stuff and other things that were said. So allegedly. Where was all this? Reddit, Twitter? I mean, I may have also had conversations with folks that, have been a part of this program before too. So, but I'll leave that there. I'll just leave that right there. But good for them for being casted on a show and them being able to use this platform to. Bump of Love is next. Oh, Bump of Love. Nine Tail Phoenix, thank you for the super chat. Isn't Ashley Madison the name of that site? Yes, that's the one. Yep, Duggar. That's the one. Isn't it cool they use their name like that? Because, that's, yeah, cool, right? It's amazing. Some people are happy for this person. Others have said there's other things going on. I was just focused on one thing. Now, I forget what her background is. I know she's the queen of color. 1. 2, I know this hairline. Well, listen, I don't know if she was going for a Teresa Judice, Teresa Judice moment with that hairline touching her eyebrow. But my God in heaven, why was this lace not cut? Why was the 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 lace not cut? My God, it's brand new. It's brand new. I got the wig. It did all of that. Maori. Okay, thank you, baby. Thank you, JS Brand. Thank you. Because I was like, I know she's the queen of color. There were a lot of quick run-throughs with the Meet the Queens, and I didn't get to hear everybody give their full background, but you could tell, like, oh, okay, I see. She talks about this, that, and the other. Got you. Here's my problem with this, and not to knock Bump of Love, but also to be like, so you didn't see this? If production is filming her and they know they're going to do these close-in shots, why not tell them and be like, hey, can we just do a quick edit with the hair? Like, it's easy. The lace could have been taken off. They could have done a quick snip, reapplied it back on. That wouldn't have taken that much time to do. Does that make sense? So here's me just as a production person. If I was there and this was happening, I'd be like, can we stop for a second? Bump, I'm not trying to be rude, but it's kind of, let me show you on the prompter real quick. Do you see how heavy it is? Can we really fix it? Do we have enough time to do that? I just want to make sure she looks good. That's all. Like, that's where I was with that. Like, so we just let her go through with this? Okay. It's all I could see. It's all I could see. Next up is Flor, and she's, I believe, from Guatemala, but currently residing out there, I think in New Zealand, if I'm correct. She's not in Melbourne, right? She's in New Zealand. I believe I'm correct here with this one. I may be wrong there, but she is a Spanish queen on the season, and I kind of live for her a little bit. I too. I want to see what she gives, but yeah, I kind of like her. She was interesting. I felt the heat. That's Uruguay. Oh, Auckland. Okay, thank you, love. Uruguay's best. Oh, that now I see it in the brows now. Okay, I like her, and I like the Uruguay. So Uruguay, Guam. Nope. Oh, not even close, Matt. Okay, moving forward. Is my AC on, bitch? It is hot in here. Mama, where are you at? I felt you passed me by. Oh, there you go. Okay, sorry. You're a gem, Jeremiah. You are. Gabriella Labucci. Can I say I hate this look, but I like her? I hate this look, but I really like her. Does that make sense? Like this, I'm like, burn it all. But like, she was funny and kind of entertaining. So I enjoyed her. But oh God, no, for this outfit. Burn it now. Like, I want her to be strapped to the stake and no one's going to say Balenciaga. But like, yes, she's funny as hell. I just, no. She was a good time. I also thought she was going to, possibly, be a part of signing the Declaration of Independence out here with this wig. But with this Parliament hair is hilarious. But I think it's with the harness. It's like this maiden wig, very, very old maiden wig. And then you have the harnesses going all through this with the jacket. So what the fuck? But I think she's a good time. I just hate this look. Come on. Amadeus. There we go, Connor. That was funny. Coots. But I thought I was like, oh, okay. Oh, hold on, babies. She's not plugged in. For my computer dies. There we go. Ooh, child. One question. Is jaw contour missing this season? Maybe they're jawless. Maybe the structure is built strong and they don't need it. Maybe that's their superpower. I don't know. Let's talk about Hollywood star. So there go the AC. I'm like, bitch, kick on in. I know I'm trying to conserve power, but you pretty as hell. I'm nervous though. I'm nervous. There's a lot of 1-year babies up in here, and I feel like that is going to be a part of my schematics when I get onto Drag Race. If I ever do, if it ever is to be, if not, oh well. But if it is, it'll be just like that. I've only been doing drag for 1 to 2 years, kind of it. Like, she's sickening. No, she's sickening. But I'm also like, oh God, please don't let this be the, I have to lip sync every week, baby, because she's sickening. And I'm like, oh, but I like her, but I'm nervous. I get nervous when the new girls pop up. It's like, oh, either it's going to be a good run or it's going to be, uh-oh. And then they come back and they slay it again. That's how it operates. But no, I have her in my top picks of people I enjoy. I love this wig too. I thought she was sickening. I was like, okay. I was like, oh. I was like, oh, interesting. Mm-hmm. Isis Avis Lauren. Probably Lauren. I think Lauren, I gave her too much flavor with that one. Maybe it's Lauren. Yeah, Isis Avis Lauren. Yeah, it sounds right. Okay. I'm kind of, the look was there. I enjoyed this look down. I think she's going to be competition. Once she said she can sew, I was like, oh, well, you've made it through the majority of the competition. Now, do you have taste? From what we can see, yes. So that's why it's like, okay, I'm learning when the girls say that they can sew, that's not always, an indicator that they're going to be good. For example, Drag Race Mexico this week is a prime example of that. Prime example. I can sew. I have the most knowledge here. Goodbye. Your outfit was ugly. Where's the taste? So I'm here for it. I want to see what they give. I'm more so hoping to watch them through the show, give more personality, because some of these Meet the Queens to me felt like they were rush jobs. And I was like, let me see her. I need to see more of her. We'll see. Ivana Drink. This is Anita Wiglet's husband. This is a cute look. I like it. And I was like, oh, okay. This is Pirate Arg. We got, I'm sorry, I gotta talk about this. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Is she levitating on top of the board? Oh, my God. I have to look at this in the screen. Like, okay, hold on. Some of these pictures are, oof. Ooh, honey, you can't tell. Yeah, you can tell with her too. Levitating as fuck. Let me look at this. Hold on. She's also above the. Honey, everybody is a ghost or a witch. everyone's supernatural. Yup, in the air again. Hold on, let me see it. Yeah. Oh. Oh God, this is so funny. Like, nobody's on the ground. Everybody is like in the air. Oh, I'm sorry. I just noticed it. And it took me to get to, gotta go right past Miss Mama. I don't, we can't have them clan members on here too long, girl. The white hood motherfuckers. We can't do that too much, baby. I think she's pretty. I was staring at one thing, but I think she's pretty. I was interested to see where she was going, and okay, you would need his husband work, you know. Had my eye kept looking at one thing, but other than that, I just was like, oh, okay, like Ivana drink. It was Ivana Wiglet. It was Ivana drink, and she didn't even drink. I said, oh, so you want a smoothie, Ivana smoothie, Ivana club soda, Ivana water. Okay, we'll see. We'll see. Who's next? Ivory Glaze. You better be happy I didn't zoom in because I forgot to zoom in right here. You better be happy. See, Miss Bumper, now bumper face, bumper hair, bumper lace line. I'm telling you, deserves. They can be mad at me for not doing this with you today because I should have zoomed in. I forgot. Now, why? That pet bitch. I'm over here just looking at the hem, the lining, just the tights that I cannot. That's all I kept looking at. And then, what do you mean padding? What do you mean padding? An ergonomic chair? Is that what you meant, Leviathan? Something you could buy at IKEA with no support? I did not know what was happening. And then why, if you could blur lines, you could have blurred that out for us because I didn't need to know. I was like, oh, it's the boots too. My goodness. Okay, let me move on. She's pretty. She's pretty. This picture I took is not doing her justice. She's giving dead right here, but no, she's pretty. No, she is. She is. She is. I just hated what was happening in the first part of it. She was smart enough to wear a hat, so we couldn't see, somebody's entire, mosquito netting over their bed. You just go right there. Okay. Rita menu. I'm worried for Rita. Rita said she's like a year, barely that in drag. I said, oh God, they got some baby queens up in here. This ought to be interesting. They can either give us what we want or it'll be, nada. She said she's a performer. I said, so you real baby queen. Because like she's pretty now. And by all means, when time really sets in, I can see her already being that girl. But I was focusing on it. I was taking a look at it. I said, all right, I don't know. I don't know, sister. I don't know. You may prove me wrong. Everybody that I talked about today may prove me wrong, y'all. All of them. They all could prove me wrong. Every single fucking one of them, except for that one. They all can prove me wrong, But I was like, oh no, she said she's a performer. That's gonna be a lip sync, a lip sync assassin. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I'm nervous for her. She's pretty though. We'll see her. We may see her in the future kind of eat it up. But I heard a lot of year ones. I said, uh-oh. This is gonna be interesting. Hold on. Are you floating on air too, sister? Oh my goodness. The lighting of her photo doesn't even blend with the picture in the background. This is a hot shot photo. Y'all did a Rita. It is so placed in. Oh, it is ridiculous, y'all. Like all of it. Did y'all put that light in the background to sort of make it look like she was supposed to be there? Because that's not giving what you think it is. Who did this? Oh no! Oh no! 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 Oh no! It's like they took her. It was like, Just placed it right on top. I have a friend who is a photographer who was telling me about this earlier, and he was like, "Matt, you're gonna look at the photos. Everybody's levitating." Okay, listen. Did they give a date yet for Down Under, or is it just right now coming soon? Still, do we have a date yet? Let me see here. I'm gonna type it in my search option. Very easy to do. Drag Race Down Under. Ooh, look at that. Such an easy thing on Twitter to do. It's not that difficult. July 28th. July 28th. Okay, so we have until next month. So July 28th. Look at that. All I had to do was type in a few keywords on Twitter and it was able to pop up for me. So yeah, gotta love it. Simple solutions, simple answers. July 28th. That's good. That's fun. I have time. It's great. Excited. I don't know. I don't know because it really depends on what happens or what's going on because I'm not sure if that's going to become big news just as of yet because everyone's talking about it, but it's not like, who are my favorites? Emile, Fleur is gorge. I like her. Gabriella sold me, even though I hated her look. I think her personality is great. Hollywood Star, I like. Isis, I like. Ivana, I am enjoying. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Pick a top 3. I would say Hollywood Star, Isis, Lauren, Gabriella Labucci, and Fleur as top 4. I'm a Libra. Fleur, yeah. Hollywood Star, Fleur, Gabriella Labucci, Isis, Avis, Lauren. Yeah, those are my 4. That I'm like, oh, let's see. I'm like, okay, let's see. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens. Okay, so listen, I'll be watching it. I will be covering it. So get ready. I will have opinions, of course, and I hope you can watch along with me. I would love to have you here. All right, so we're moving on to Queen of the Universe. It is really sad when a show, I think, no, as a matter of fact, maybe we all saw this coming as far as Queen of the Universe being canceled and it being taken off of the Paramount Plus platform. Like they're taking it off. They don't want any of the bandwidth for their libraries to include Queen of the Universe. It's going to Wow Presents Plus. Okay? Canceled from Paramount Plus. I don't know if they're still trying to shop the show. And it's just going to be on Wow now, but I won't be watching season 3, okay? We got some super chats here. Let me go ahead and give some love to my babies. Thank y'all for tuning in today. Whether you love me or you hate me, you're here. Appreciate you. Fozzie, I missed this. Drag Race gets to Down Under, and all of a sudden the budget goes to $10. Listen. Crash, thank you for the super chat. Catching you on my way home. I saw them trying you on Twitter. I am on Team Matty and Mamo every time. Crash, who are those people? I don't care. They were fans, not fans anymore. I don't care. Over nothing. Like nothing. Just like really over nothing. I was like, absolutely not that serious. Couldn't believe it went that far. Don't care. LJB, thank you for the super chat. Queen of, oh my goodness. Like, I don't know those people. I won't ever know those people. You know what I mean? Like, they watched me. Like, and you got mad over what? Like, because I couldn't say a name? My Jesus. Mind you, they were answered way too. They were also answered prior to even my post. Like it's just crazy. It was just craziness. Like I had to go to their page. I saw someone already answer them. So I'm like, why are you even arguing with me if you were already giving the answer? Like this, you just wanted to argue. And then some white girl kind of pop up on there. And forgive me for saying it like that, but it was very. I'm having a conversation with somebody, and here you come on in here and trying to like start some shit too. Don't follow the other person. You just trying to get into an argument. Like slur, go on somewhere. Like very much that. Like, no, go on somewhere because I hit girls. Like, and I'm not talking about women. I'm talking about you already know the punks. I'll be quick to slap. So I'm like, please, let's not do this today. I'm too grown for that. If I want a vague post, I'm a vague post, just like everybody else on this entire platform does. No one owes you an answer immediately. It was ridiculous. It was absolutely over nothing. I could not believe it. Like, I was like, what? If that's what you're choosing to get mad about today and blame on the drag race fandom, do that. Because that's some inner working shit you got to get on board with. Not me, baby. Anywho, to get to Queen of the Universe, to talk about this show, to really gather your opinions on what you think about it, I'm also going to have y'all in this live chat give me your full take on this show. I'm going to highlight these moments. I want to talk out these talking points with you because most of y'all, like me, enjoyed the first season. For as a matter of fact, shout out to Cheyenne, baby, from season 1. I got to interview here on my program. Also, shout out to Ada Vox. Okay, friend of the show, friend of the channel. That's my sister, Love Her Down. I got to interview Grad Queen. I got to meet a lot of people from season 1. And they were very genuinely very nice people. You know what I'm saying? And also the show seemed like it had some legs to stand on, but we all knew that there were some changes that needed to be made. So the thing about Queen of the Universe, it's a singing competition that has, of course, a panel of judges that somewhat have a background in the industry. Well, Vanessa Williams and I would say Vanessa Williams. No, Michelle Visage for sure. Trixie with her career now. Mel B at one point in time before she became just known as a judge on shows. Also had a career with the Spice Girls and world tour. Very much famous for that. Other history that she's been behind too. Y'all remember her reality TV show days before even this. Some of y'all ain't old enough to know that Mel B's been doing reality TV for a long time. Long time. All right. Let's continue on here. But the show is about drag queens singing in this competition with a live audience, even though we as an audience are not live. They do have a live audience. The audience that is there then gets to vote in these situations for these queens based off of what they like to see who wins. Now, mind you, the home country this is in the UK. All right. So that's the majority of the live audience. They're not flying people out from all over the world to be in the live audience to make this a global thing. It's not, just so we're clear. I figured that out. I was like, oh, okay. Like sometimes family and friends are there, but it's not like everybody's in the UK just to, we're gonna fly you out here for 6 weeks to watch this show. No. They get to vote. They get to do all that kind of stuff. And then, of course, week by week, the queens are eliminated. Sometimes they're given these really weird challenges where they have to do something to stay, like a sing-off or the scary spice challenge. Did you see that shit when they had to do the Spice Girl song? Anywho. Last season, Grad Queen was the winner from Brazil. I have a question. Is it Taiga Brava? Is she also from Brazil? I was really confused. I was like, wait, hold on. Are they both from the same country winning the show? Or was she from somewhere else? Because I was watching this and tuning out through every episode. I just couldn't take the way it was done. Oh, she's from Mexico? Okay. Okay, work. I was almost sitting here like, now wait a minute. Ooh, that's a whole lot of pesos. Bitch, that's a whole lot of pesos. 200,000? Oh. Right. I got Gragas from Brazil. I interviewed them. Oh, it was oh, that's right. Because Chloe, wasn't she like one of the first ones to go? Yeah, there we go. That was one of the first ones to go. There we go. Yeah, there we go. There we go. There we go. Again, I told you, I was annoyed and really didn't care throughout watching it. I found a lot of the judges' reactions to be fake. A lot of the critiques that were given to be weird. A lot of commentary that was said. I listened to Vanessa mostly out of everybody, but the rest of them, even Michelle, no shade. It's like, you just smile. Think, oh, okay. That was me throughout the majority of it. I liked Giselle Barbie, Militia Skunt. I think Tiago Brava does have a good voice. There were moments where I was kind of thinking to myself, she was pitchy, but y'all didn't say nothing. But her performance was very good. I just was like, okay, why aren't we giving everybody the same notes? The baby from Australia, I don't know. I could not find a care for this like I did the last show. And I also didn't enjoy the judges panel this time around. And majority of it was because of Mel B. Mel B's an ass. Like, girl, what is your tea? All right, here it is. Mel B had picked her favorites and she chose the ones that she wanted to like. And if she didn't like you, she really made sure that you knew it. And she was going above and beyond, in my opinion, over somebody who I think that she's jealous of. And that's Giselle Barbie Royale. Mel B, I think you're jealous of Giselle. I'm just going to go ahead and flat out just say it. Being very honest with you. I found that you enjoyed every time that Giselle mentioned drag, how much you liked that. But the moment some sort of like anything happened, it's like all of a sudden here's the thing for me. I heard the Adele song, okay? I heard the Adele song. I heard it all, full bit, all of that. It wasn't bad at all. She actually sounded very beautiful. Like she was really clear and crisp. Okay, one or two was like, but it wasn't like it wasn't a note to be. Oh, it was terrible. That whole rant about if it got a Adele song, if you don't clear your throat, bitch, like while you're trying to get your a point across, sounding like a locomotive or a car that needs an oil change, the fuck out of here. Got the nerve. Once she said, I love everything about this, but you could never, because then you want to do it in your own kind of way. I'm like, what are you talking about? Huh? I something about her. And then other times too, when she would say certain comments, I didn't understand where Mel was coming from. And it was like, okay, like I could see you doing the Got Talent show because that's a wider range of different abilities and things and other you're judging versus singing. Because I wouldn't look to Mel B for advice on singing. Like, no shade, Mel, but you're in the same category. That vocal box, the range ain't that wide. You're a shoebox. If anything, you're not meant for storage. You're not meant for moving with. Okay, you can't go to U-Haul and ask for you, Miss Thing. You're a pair of flats. If that, better than that, Miss Mama. More so like some Nike running shoes where you get them in the little drawstring bags as far as where your vocal range is. But you want to talk about somebody in notes? Really? Okay. So someone can tell me she's been a judge of so many shows and she's been doing so many things this and other. And I would say that's lovely and cute and adorable. It's fabulous. But I'll keep the same critiques that I keep for other reality shows where they have people on a judges panel that don't need to be there. Go through the list. Better yet, go through my entire library of shows I've covered. You know which ones I'm talking about. Why are they there? Why are you here? What's going on today? And also, like, are you really down with the get down? if you get what I'm saying when it comes to Mel in this community. Like, has Mel looked at this community as somewhat of inspiration and someone that she wants to be protective over? Or is it something that she uses when she needs a little money and she knows the gays will go wild for her because she's in the Spice Girls? I'm just asking questions. Like, I love how Trixie was on this whole thing about performative, pink, performative like gay allyship that people use for like corporations and companies in order to get money. And then as soon as Pride's over with, everything's out the door, right? And I'm thinking to myself, like, you were sitting right next to somebody who gives that energy right now. Like, I'll be very honest with you. I feel whatever. I would hate to find out how she operates outside the camera. That's where I'm just gonna leave it. I think she's very performative on TV when it comes to stuff like this. And it was the way it kept feeling like Giselle, almost like Giselle's presence was an attack on her character, like on her, not even her character, but like on her as a woman or something. It was very, I just didn't like it. I didn't like how half the time she spoke to her, and some of the comments and critiques that they were giving Giselle throughout the show I thought were weird. I thought she was clearly a front runner. And that's not just me being a fan of Giselle. It was just like, but she sounded great. What are we talking about? I think my favorite moment from the show was the Melissa Scott and Giselle Barbie duet. That was sickening. Oh, they sang that down. I was like, yes! I enjoyed the supreme shit out of that. That was great. Bravo to both of them. Shout out to Melissa Scott. She was the first drag queen of the year. Nikki Jizz was the drag queen of the year this year, if I'm correct. Yes. No, Abora was the first, Melissa Scott was the second, and Nikki Jizz is the third. There we go. So yeah, I like Melissa too. I don't know. I just let me talk about Love My Sissy real quick. Let me talk about I corrected myself, J.S. Brandt. Love My Sissy. Listen, I was aware that Love My Sissy was going to do Queen of the Universe. And this was like prior to all of this, happening or whatever. This was like a drag con ago when I talked to her, like, oh, we'll see you on television screens again. Blah, blah, blah. And I got like a little wink, wink, nudge, nudge moment over that. And I was like, oh, great. And then I saw how it went down. And I was like, I wouldn't have done the Todrick Hall song, but I'm also thinking, was that your choice or was that what they told you to do? And there's been 4 shows? I only know of 3. Okay, let me make sure this is posted because this will be in the comment section for the people back. That's the order. Abora, Tenderoni, Melissa Scott, Nikki Jizz. I apologize to Tenderoni. I apologize to Abora. I apologize to anybody who was taking offense to me not getting that correct. I'm so sorry. Seriously. But that's the order. That's the order. Moving forward. Love My Sissy. They played you this season. High key. This is why I gotta stay on track. This is why I gotta stay on track. They kind of played you this season, just a bit. If I'm just going to wrap up my opinions on this, it's a beautiful show. Beautiful. Like, honestly, that staging is sickening. The lighting, all of it is so good. So good. Like, honestly, it's great. I am a big fan of how the production has everything set up and everything. After that, Graham Norton, I'm sorry. I don't really be, and just the way that the judging is set up and the scoring process, the audience that we're not a part of. So they're the ones that then get to choose. And the format is not for me. I mean, I really don't like singing competition shows anyways, but as you saw, I but watched all of season 1 and was like, okay, this is an interesting show. I'm excited for season 2. This was a drudging experience. I'm glad I didn't react to it. I'd have been frustrated every week. I would have been frustrated every week. It just was annoying. So I don't know if that is a show we would like to bring back up again and revamp. Maybe they just need a completely different judges panel or switch up certain things that are going on, you know. I don't know. It wasn't for me. Listen, if you like the show and you're sad to see it go, I would love to hear about it in the comment section and just give reasons why. And, you know, maybe also in the comment section, go over what you think was the problem for the show and how that could have been fixed. And, you know, not to completely hate the whole program. It's kind of soulless. Queen of the universe, queen of the universe. And then they would do these very quick edits of them getting ready for certain shows. And and it was the lighting in the backgrounds is blue and gray and washed out sort of color. It's just like something, it just gave a little soulless sometimes to me. And then they'd have these moments where it's like, oh, like this is like a very heartfelt moment. And, you know, oh, we're getting very personal here. But at the end of it, I just would be taken back to, oh, we have to listen to the judges give very, very edited, constructive critiques. Cool opinions. Moving on. It's too bad. It really is too bad. Carrie, what you got to say? I thought it was a real shame they announced the cancellation during the same week the winner got their title. It really took away their moment. Lets you know how they felt about the show, unfortunately. Hey, Stephanie, I only watched season 1. Maybe if we got to see the auditions process like Idol, then maybe we would get to see more of these queen stories, get to know them a little, etc. Oh, can I? Okay. Now I'm going to be very honest. I don't care because that's every singing competition show ever. And I think that's the reason why I don't care. And maybe it's more of an issue for me because the way that drag queens and trans women and say trans men are more so treated on regular singing competition shows because it's a public vote. And then of course, all of the conservative crazies come out and trash and bash and become hateful, and the network doesn't want to like go against it because it's actually driving algorithm and engagement for them, and that's money. So, for me, it's all the same. It's like a do-si-do. It's like, okay, girl, we know it's the same song. We're about to pop this dance up again. I'm not mad it's gone. This is why I don't care for American Idol. Let me tell you, the last time I watched American Idol, I don't know. I'm going to say low viewership is what I'm going to say. That's what I'm going to put it in there. I'm going to say low viewership. Maybe not as people were engaged as much. Bad press. From people online, people they pay attention to all this. I don't know why they were canceled. Can I tell you and be honest, Fluttershy's Drag Race? I don't care. I'm kind of sad for those who were involved with the show that maybe thought this was going to be another series like they could get involved in to show their talents. But I promise you, other shows have somewhat live singing. The last time I saw American Idol or really cared for it was it was the Fantasia winning season. And that was the last time I gave a fuck about that show. It was the last time. It was too much. When they sent Jennifer Hudson home, and then Lauren London went home over Diana DeGarmo, baby. I will never, ever, ever forget that. No. I was so happy Fantasia won. I was so happy she won. But like, I was there for Kelly. I was there for Ruben. I was there for Fantasia, and finish the whole scene right there. We all were happy that Ruben Sutter won over the soul of Chucky. I can't. Diane should have been sent packing with that foghorn. Diane. Oh, Diana DeGarmo. Okay. It's DeGarmo, right? Is it? It's DeGarmo. I remember maybe because that was what we hold on. It's DeGarmo. Let me type it in. DeGarmo. Yeah, I was right. DeGarmo. It's so funny because Ruben Studdard's mom used to go to my ex's church because he's the minister of music. He would play the organ there, and his mom used to go there, and Ruben would pop up every now and then. It was so funny. That was when I was living in Birmingham days. But yeah, listen, hey, again. She don't need your sorries. The show didn't do well. I think it was, big budget, had a lot going for it, I guess, but I don't know. It just felt a little less authentic for me. I thought everything was sort of just already set. The table was set. It wasn't, for me, not really a competition. I didn't really care for half the people that were there. I just was not interested. I was like, okay. I was like, okay, well, there goes Giselle, the Melissa. Okay, Melissa's gone. Okay. Or for Giselle Lemon says, oh, she's gone too. Okay. Here's Giselle. Oh. And so I just, it was checked out from there. Hey, people enjoyed it. They enjoyed it. I thought, why did Miss Mama do RuPaul's Sissy That Walk for Aura Eternal? Oh my God, why? Why? That was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Fly. Now, Sissy That Walk. Fly. What is happening? What's happening? Blah, 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 blah. I'm on my way. Oh God, that was. Oh my goodness. I can't. Better beware, ain't no tear, no shame. Oh yes. Trust when I tell you, I the cackle I let out in my house. They would have considered it a hate crime how hard I was laughing. Do you understand me? I was cackling. It's me watching the dancers with the Sissy That Walk and her with her whole panty exposed. Like, and I was like, what is going on here? like that's gonna showcase your voice. Like RuPaul, you're doing a RuPaul song to showcase your vocal capabilities. Hello. Like that's, you don't go to the auto-tune queen and looking for a vocal arrangement. I'm sorry. Ain't no tea, ain't no shade. Now, sissy that walk. Oh, I'm on my way. That shit had me crying, y'all. I was weak. Can you? No, but they've tried it. I feel like people have tried it. I feel like they tried it. Like, talk about bitches beware. Ain't no tea, ain't no shade. At the same time, just try to hear my way. I'm a femme queen, cover of the house of no shade. Yeah. Now, sissy, that was. Can you imagine? Like, I want you to stay. Like, sissy, that was you. Oh, what did they do that before? I feel like we've heard it done acoustically with a guitar, and it was so bad, but like people liked it. But I feel like like Kylie Sonique Love would sit there and do that, and it would sound like good for Kylie, but bad if anyone else did it. And if it was released on any sort of like album or CD, we'd laugh about it still because it's like, why? Like, this does not deserve a tiny desk. Can you? What if RuPaul gets a tiny desk moment? Can you imagine? Lucian Piani wouldn't be allowed back up in there. No, I'm just playing. But like, can you imagine if RuPaul had a tiny desk moment? It's gonna be like DragCon with her DJing. Oh, like her playing the song and not actually singing it, but like, yeah. Adrian, thank you for the tippy poo on Cash App. I appreciate you, baby. Like, imagine RuPaul. Now watch this. Oh. She said, this be RuPaul. See, before these girls were on here doing this hunty, okay? Oh, RuPaul, she be like putting it on right there for the whites, you know what I'm saying? Like before that, all that kind of shit. Like, I was the one that was pulling this together. Play a song from the Wee Pole days, Ru. I have seen the house. It's fabulous. It's beautifully decorated. I'm telling you, Vic, listen, when you find money in the ground, wealth is unimaginable. Like that's how they get people, built that house from the ground up, did you? Very that child girl. Check this out. You already know my play cousin Cornisha. She already done made this and strums the guitar. And then all of a sudden it's Geronimo. These girls are playing domino. And they be playing. I say these bitches double dutch. They be playing. I let these bitches know what's up. Jump. Ooh. I said jump. Ooh. Yeah. Geronimo. These girls are falling dominant. Better yet, you know how in school someone would have that pencil be like making a beat real quick like that. Boom. Like you can already see it. Yes. Just like in the song. Ooh. Oh my goodness. They call me mother. If it was Queen of the Universe, it'd be they call me mom. I can't. Oh, goodness gracious. Anywho, the show was canceled. It'll be on Wow Presents Plus later if you want to watch it. It's leaving Paramount Plus tomorrow. Like, it's dead ass leaving Paramount Plus tomorrow. But they have to do it like Lana Del Rey. Guess who's back in the house? Heels click-clacking about. Fine, fresh, feminine twist. Like, it has, like, you have to do it like Lana Del Rey. Now, sissy that walk. Yeah. Sissy that walk. Yeah. Mm-mm. Give me one shot of adrenaline. Oh no, wait, I can't. Come on, Matt, finish the song. Finish. I'm trying not to laugh. Can't read the comments. Okay, come on, Matt. And to the ones I love. Fuck, I can't do it. And to the ones I love, no, you're the reason why. Oh, goodness. Oh, my goodness. I can't. Let me think of another song that I could probably do. Hold on. Wow. Come on. Oh. Who is she? Who is she? I said, who is she? Peanut butter. Stop it. Peanut butter. The way you deliver is. I can't. I won't. I can't. I have been trying, Chelsea. I've always said I would do a comedy album so quickly if I could just find the right producers behind it. I would make so many joke songs. Like, I would certainly do a better job with Padam, unlike somebody who made like a gross reference for her. I just really hate her. It's like, come down. I hate it. It's like, girl, that's too easy. Oh, I'm telling you. Yeah, I don't like that song. It's stupid. I'm like, girl, you in these lube commercials. Like, every time you want to come up here and tell us a new music video, somebody's lube in the picture. Aaron Black Irish, thank you for the super chat. Hey, friend, why are you so funny? I am hollering. I don't know, Aaron. I just came here to give y'all a show today. I was late getting here. You won't break my soul. So I've already filmed the third one, and now that I've won, well, I shouldn't say won, but I had to dispute, and I had to file for exemption with the streaming platform Vimeo because I had exceeded my bandwidth of videos, and they gave me the go ahead. I can start uploading shit now. I'm gonna post it. I've been kind of like. I said I was trying not to get drained, and I totally got drained, like very much so. I've been completely out of it. Like, so much drag race, then also like social media bullshit. I've got a lot going on in my background with like family stuff that I'm like dealing with, and it's just I needed a moment to take a breath. And so sometimes I'm like, I get on autopilot and I forget to get back to everything I said I was going to do. That's one of those shows I need to finish. But yes, I have the third episode done. I need to watch 4 and 5. Still haven't yet. What else do I need to do? The drag video is coming out, of course. Something else I said I was going to do with y'all. Oh, the gaming videos. Yeah, that's another thing too. I have been tired these last couple of days. And it's because Mamu-chan, if I can throw him under the bus right now, he's got me on his schedule. And I hate the cat for having me on his schedule. And I didn't want to be on his schedule, but he's got me on his schedule. And so I've been having to retrain him on my schedule. And it's been a bumpy roller coaster because he wakes me up at a specific time every morning. Drives me batshit crazy. And then once I get up to go feed him, I'm almost out of it because I'm in a zombie state just trying to feed him. I get back to bed. I then wake up really late and I was like, oh my God, like my day is completely ruined half the time. And then by the time I'm done with y'all like filming and shit, I play with the cat for like an hour or so trying to tire him out. Doesn't work. I then want to like make something to eat. It's super hot in Houston. So like using your oven right now was not like the game plan, especially if you want to keep your place cold. And we're having a heat wave happen for like the next couple of weeks. So my power bill is going to be ridiculous. I already saw my bill for this month coming up in July. It is. It's like, what is it? Double what I'm paying now? Yeah, it's like double what I'm normally paying. It's ridiculous. But the AC has to run. Like it's hot. He wakes me up at like 5:45. Like every morning, I go back to sleep. He then tries it again. So 6:20 something. 6:45 is his last like straw with me. That's when he starts to go in his meow meows. I hate it so much. Oh my God, that cat. Ah! He looks so adorable right now, just sleeping over there by the window. He looks absolutely precious. Let's go to the window real quick. Let's bother him. Hold on, we're gonna unplug. We're going to unplug real quick. Yes, I'm talking about you. Yes, I'm talking about you. We're talking about you. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Like, literally. Hi, Bub. Tell me about it. He's getting so big. He's very big. Aren't you? Aren't you? Is it time for me to feed you now? Is this you going, well, you woke me up, Daddy? Come on, big guy. Come here. Oh. There we go. You want to say hi to everybody? Hello. Say hello, Mamu-chan. Oh, yeah, Colleen, bitch ass. Okay, let me get to that. Okay, I'm putting you down. Putting you down. There you go. Oh. There you go. Okay, so, God, I wish I had a ukulele for this moment right now. He was just, like, and mind you, he's like warm because he was just baking in the sun from like sitting in the blinds and all that kind of jazz. So like he is like nice and toasted. Okay, so why are you looking at me? Oh, you ready to eat, huh? You ready to eat, bub? That face. I swear to God, this cat. If I didn't love him, drives me nuts. Have y'all ever seen that show Home Movies? You know how the characters are like always drawn in like lines that are like squiggly, like Dr. Katz and all that kind of stuff? Yeah. Okay. So Colleen, also known as Miranda Sings. Okay. Squiggly vision. That's basically how she does her makeup. Okay. Now, Mama has been accused of some things. These said things would involve If you wanted to take your animal to a place to get cleaned, you would take them to the. And so if we remove the dog, you being an owner, everything to do with an animal, and then focus on it in a different aspect of what I'm talking about with that same word, then yes, that is where we're on today. That's the best way I can. YouTube, you better give me, honey. I went around it. I didn't say it, but that's what she's accused of. Okay. Receipts have been posted. Stories have come forward. A lot of people who were actually tried to come forward and were attacked, and then they tried again. They came by, and all that kind of stuff, right? So a lot of shit hit the fan for them. And to be honest, I hadn't seen them online in a very long time. So I was kind of like, oh, we're still talking about them? Like, I thought we let them go. You know what I'm saying? This weirdo decides to make a video about the allegations with a ukulele. Belchan, she's my age. Mine doing that, okay? Like, I'm sitting over here like, what? And honey, I saw. Hey there, everybody. Like, what the fuck is happening here? I thought I was watching Pee Wee Herman have a discussion about why he jerked it in the movie theaters those many years ago. And instead, like, we get a song that is not even taking accountability or responsibility for what happened, but more so, I'm just trying to clear up some mean things that are being said about me. Are you fucking kidding me? The toxic train. What? The toxic gossip train. What? What? You had a Netflix special. You had a Netflix special. Like, honey, you don't know like what kind of pool you in, just to be clear, as a YouTuber who would love to have his own Netflix show and have all that kind of stuff going on for me as a YouTuber. But you know, I mean, you guys, he's not the right one. Whatever, right? It's like, and you do all of this, and then you don't even really take accountability for that. I mean, mind you, we still would have not liked her anyways. My team advised me about speaking about this, but they didn't say I couldn't sing about it. If we really think about her character that she had on YouTube and even going into the show, it's like her character was based in adolescence, but she was an adult girl. Does that make sense? Like, she's presenting as someone who physically is old enough to take care of themselves, is an adult and is responsible, but has the mentality of a childish girl. And then you start to go into what the people who were being, you know, with her like, and then it starts to really add into the conversation that she was presenting everything in front of us. People say she said it's based on her disabled cousin. That would be even worse. But it also still makes sense to the matter of her playing somebody who is not mentally developed in a certain sense, and that being a part of her character. Like, have you ever seen Miranda sings, like any sort of like clips or videos from them? It's a wild Adult Swim kind of, what the fuck is this? Like, she reminded me a little bit of what's her name? Like Charlie, it's like Strangers with Candy. Charlie, what's her face? There was that show on Comedy Central many moons ago where it was like, what was her name again? I'm such and such, and I'm back in high school, but she's like 50. What was her name again? Oh God. It was Strangers with Candy was the TV show. Jerry Blank. Thank you. Thank you. That's who Amanda reminds me of, but like on a different level of that. Amy Sedaris does Jerry Blank, but the character I was thinking of was Jerry Blank. That's who Amanda Sings reminds me of in a sense. It's like, okay, what the fuck is this? Like, what are we doing here? That tells you how old I am, everybody. That really tells you my age, bitch. Like, I was watching that when that first came out, like when it was being like advertised as a show to watch on Comedy Central. Okay. Matter of fact, let me look up when that came out. I've been watching Camp Wanakiki lately on Out TV. I needed something to watch that wasn't like doing the most for me. Let me see here. Strangers with Candy. It aired on April 7th, 1999 to October 2nd, 2000. I was 13. Oh my God. That's who I'm rooting for. Low key. She's a hoot. I love her. She's a hoot. I just enjoy her commentary when she talks about her outfits. It's so funny. Oh my God. It's the name that it was this ball, but the ball badge, and she had to do this outfit, and it was titties. And she said that she had robbed that she had 5 cis white women's breasts that did her dirty, and she had them as like a stole. And I was like, what? I just cackled when she said it because it was so polite. And these titties, well, these were 5 cis white women who just did me so dirty. Oh, and I just have them right now in my. I was like, what? Oh, of course. Such a. Come on, Bleach. I see you. What is his name again? I forget his name, but I was like, wait, you're Abby's Bleach. I forget his name though. He's like the scientist guy. What's his name? He like all of his powers were based off of like his like sort of creations and testing on people. What's his name again? Oh, he always made me so nervous. Anywho, that's so funny. No, I did watch Drawn Together. It was a good show. It was wrong as fuck. It was out of control wrong. But yes, I did definitely watched it. As a special needs mother, I hate when people make fun or present as having special needs to try to be funny. It is not funny. People are affected by neurocompromising disabilities. You correct. And Monique, all my love to you, baby. Yeah, that's another reason why I don't like to get into that sort of realm of let's have a conversation about something that I have no stake in, no knowledge of, or anything to. There are people that may have a disability that are still being able to function. And it's also like the fact that a lot of that comedy was based in around the time when people would find that to be acceptable to make fun of, when it really shouldn't have never been made fun of. For example, there are movies we can go back to. Where they're based around characters with a mental disability, and it's the entire compromise. It's the entire package. It's the entire package of the movie. Like, watch this this man who does not have any mental disabilities at all play somebody with one. Child, like there's a whole lot of it, and it's like a lot of movies don't make me laugh like they used to. A lot of stuff in general I just can't really deal with because it's just like, ooh. Remember when Felicity Huffman played a trans woman? Now I'm just talking about people being casted in roles that they should have never been in general. Adam Sandler, you would have thought Adam Sandler really something was going on, because almost every character he makes for himself somehow is on the spectrum. Like Waterboy, Little Nicky, Johanna. You said Little Nicky. I'm like, oh, girl, you could add Waterboy to the list. Like, yeah, you remember Transamerica? Oh my God. Oh my God, we celebrate her for playing such a harrowing role. Can you believe it? Oh, I think she was nominated for an Oscar for that. Did she win? Oh, I don't even remember. I'll never forget that. Oh yeah, Shia LaBeouf in that role too. I remember that. Yep. Leonardo DiCaprio, What's Eating Gilbert Grape. That movie is very sad. That movie is very, very, very sad. I'm gonna give you another sad movie that if you ever want to watch and cry to, that Leonardo DiCaprio was in like his earlier career, Marvin's Room. I used to have a huge crush on Leonardo DiCaprio when I was younger, and I was obsessed with him. And it started with Basketball Diaries. Oh my God, this tells you my age. Basketball Diaries was the start of that. Before there was Titanic and all, it was Basketball Diaries for me. But Titanic was the selling number, and I was so obsessed, right? And Romeo and Juliet was my final, like, that was it. I was like, oh my God. I was in love with that man. So I then went through all of his movies. And again, as a person who grew up in a family that loved films, and my parents were very open to me seeing anything as long as they didn't know about it, especially if it was bad. I was renting movies. They had no idea what I was renting. I was like, no, I'm going to get this. I'm going to get this. So there's The Scout with Robert De Niro. That was a movie that I didn't ever think, honestly, I never thought I would be watching a movie like that, laced in so much racism. But like The Scout with Robert De Niro and Leonardo DiCaprio, like that was a movie. Is it The Scout? I forget what it is. I think it's called The Scout. It might be The Scout. I might be wrong. It's a movie with him and Robert De Niro. Oh, it's from a long time ago. Hold on. I hope I'm right. Tell me I'm right. Because I'm totally doing a movie podcast soon. I better be right. Because that'll be a conversation we do. Let's talk about Leonardo. Because that's going to be some of our podcast episodes, like the actors themselves. We're going to go through their movies. So let's talk about Leonardo DiCaprio. Let's talk about Halle Berry. What is it called? This Boy's Life. That's the name of it. It's This Boy's Life. That's the name of it. There we go. This Boy's Life. That's the name, not The Scout. This Boy's Life. Okay. If you've never seen that movie, Ellen Barkin is his mother. Robert De Niro's the father. Like yeah, you know what I'm saying? Sorry, but not to get off the point here, but again, I just don't like it when people are putting roles that it's like, okay, what are you doing here? Huh? But yeah, Basketball Diaries, This Boy's Life. I was obsessed. Romeo and Juliet, The Full Work. I thought he was gay for a little bit because of Basketball Diaries. I was like, wait, what is happening here? And it was really about like male prostitution. I was like, oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, so I oh my God, someone mentioned radio. Cuba Gooding Jr., I could not believe that. I could not believe. Like, did you see the original person who was based off of? They put Cuba Gooding Jr. with those teeth and all of that. I was like, oh. I was like, oh my God, this is out of control. This is not real. I swear, he won that Oscar and that career just went, woo. Just wee. Right. And yet we've seen people with disabilities excel. That woman who has been in like 5 American Horror Story seasons has Down syndrome, and she's sensational. There was a movie I saw called Peanut Butter something with with Shia LaBeouf and another guy. I forget his name. He's I think he is like he's autistic or he has Down syndrome. I can't remember, but it's Peanut Butter something. Peanut Butter Falcon, the Peanut Butter Falcon. There we go. Look at me. I just typed it in. That movie made me very emotional. Like I kind of sobbed through that movie, and I didn't know if I was wrong for it, but it was more so because like I watched this actor who someone would probably be like, oh, he can't do anything or whatever. He was killing it in his role. Like he did such a good job, and then the way Shia was like in that, I don't know. I yeah, and they were trying to get him back to like the home that he was in, but he was dropped off there because his mom. It was so sad, like, and that really happens to people. Like he was in an old folks home because his mother, who was taking care of him, like got too ill, I believe, or whatever, and then he had nowhere to go. So like because no one would take him in because of his disabilities and this and the other, they had to put him in there, but he didn't want to be there because it was ah! And then so he ends up meeting Shia, who's of course like giving you this hot, greasy kind of guy situationship, and he takes him out of that and sort of like helps him break out of. I don't know. It was the whole Dakota and Shia like then adopting him bit, and then the wrestling thing at the end of it. I cried. I cried a lot during that movie because it was like a feel good film, but it was just like. But it also was just cool to see that guy Zach, who played his character. He was just like, bitch, I was in it. I was like, okay. I don't know. It was a good movie. I really loved it. I really did. But I mean, thinking about it again, in the movie Precious, there's that scene with Monique on the couch, and the child that she's supposed to be holding is supposed to be has Down syndrome, and then she just throws the child this on the other. And I'm like, baby, I kept saying to myself, like, baby, please don't let this baby act like internalize the situation, because that was some acting. That was a lot to take in. Yeah, Gladshy has gotten better. He had a fucked up childhood. Like he went through his own phase of Hollywood destruction, and then sort of like fell out of it, and then got back into his own little feel. He's not the same Hollywood star he was at one point in time, but you can tell that Hollywood sort of whoop, 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 and now he is where he is. So, good luck to Shia. Oh, goodness gracious. Let's see here. I've been setting up for if anything happens to my husband, or that my baby doesn't end up in a home being treated badly. It's really interesting to think about like the last few portions of your life so early in your life, or even towards the midpoint of your life, because you just don't know what's going to happen. And in your last days of you may needing somewhere to go, or some assistance, or somebody to help you, or having a family member that needs that. And a lot of people go through so much, like rejection, and as well as pain from finding places that may not be good, uh, for your kids when they get older. Maybe they can't take care of themselves, or your parents and stuff like that. Like, you've seen videos of people in those particular places, in those homes, mistreating elderly people, or those who may have a disability. So it's scary, even in hospice care that should happen. So send my love to everybody who's dealing with that. My mom was in hospice care before she passed. So like, I completely understand the, making sure the person who's there is taking care of your family member and is not stealing or doing something fucked up and all that kind of jazz. So, it's a lot. Sending my love to y'all. I know it's a little darker on the topics, but Monica, I'm sending you my love and my sympathies, because I have a cousin who had to deal with some crazy stuff recently, over their child who has special needs, and it was a lot. The family had to come together to like help out, because it just got overwhelming. Let's see here. Oh, Monique, some people would tell you different. They say I'm a mean old nasty punk. And I would tell them sometimes I am. Oh, girl. Listen, we can only try our best, but if I were to be honest with you, Luca, like, there's so much more money being thrown into things like military actions and certain stuff with border control, and with just the schools right now, like for example, Houston had a whole revamping of its entire HISD program too, where a lot of people are going to lose their jobs. They don't have any structure. It's a fucking mess just on that alone with like school system. So healthcare wise, new things are being put in place. They are trying to make it hard for people to get PrEP in Texas and in certain other states. They're trying to make, if I'm going to be honest with you, like gay sex illegal again. Like it's a thing that's actually being brought. I'm not even lying to you. It's people are bringing it up in certain cases to go on the board to make like that kind of sex illegal again. They're starting with things like PrEP and making it harder for people to get it through assistance programs. Same thing with HIV and AIDS medication too. Currently right now, they're doing their best to make it hard for people to get access to that. So that way they can, I don't even want to give you my ideas and what that is, but we can go there. A lot of the rights that trans children that need assistance with are being taken away, or they're being removed, or said that they cannot assist them with that. And that can be very detrimental to someone's growth and development. And I know everyone has their own sort of way of looking at into those, what they feel about it. But if it's not your child, it's not your business for me. And then we also just lost affirmative action. So the Supreme Court with a 6-3 ruling over affirmative action, and I don't want to hear none of your shit. And I'm referring to the ones who know who I'm talking to. I don't want to hear not a fucking word from y'all, because you don't know how that has helped certain people in many cases. I just read a story today from this guy I've known for years. I had no idea how affirmative action helped him in his education going forward, especially from where he came from, where he wasn't afforded a great education, but in college is when he succeeded. But it was through affirmative action that he was able to get into a school that would have otherwise not accepted him based off of where he came from. And so there are many people who are being affected by this. It's just, America's going backwards. Yes, that orange tangerine bastard got in office and he made enough damage now that we can start to see it. But at the same time, everybody's arguing over the wrong thing, that they're not focusing on the issues that are actually being taken away, because they're focusing on things like drag queen story hour. And that's the real problem. That's the real issue. And it's like, no, baby, like that isn't actually the issue. The issue is our rights are being removed in front of us. I mean, we already have it to where abortion is illegal in so many states. You know what I mean? And they're trying to make it hard for like women to basically have access to their own bodies to take care of themselves, even in instances when it comes to like the worst scenario situations with that. Like, it's really fucking crazy. What makes it sadder, TT, is that there is a Black man who is on the Supreme Court. He's not, he is a trash panda at its finest, Clarence Thomas, the supreme trash panda. But like, he is so anti-Black, it is not even funny. Like, a Black person, yes. Oh, is it possible? Yes, it is very possible. Ask Candace Owens. Like, I kind of hate it here right now. I kind of hate it here. It's one of the main reasons that I've like looked into getting my gun and getting my license to carry. I've had training before in shooting armed rifles when I went to Marine Military Academy for a little bit. So I know how to shoot a gun, but like, I'm now actively participating in getting my license to carry, because I'm at that point right now. I'm too old for this. I don't have time for this kind of shit. Y'all ain't gonna run up on me on that. No, baby. I want my gun. And my mom used to carry. Okay. My dad hated it. He was like, oh, I don't understand why we have all this, that, and the other. And I'm like, no, not no more. No, not no more. No. Now I know why my mom had it. Because she says people are crazy. And there were times that we would be challenged in life and my mom had to pull out her gun on folks. Like, I have kids in this car. I will get you. I remember one time we almost got robbed at a gas station, and my mom showed that man that gun. She said, she said, what do you want to do? I'll never forget it. Deborah didn't play. and she used to carry, there was at least 2 guns in that house. My mama had a 9mm and she had a shotgun. But also my family's from Alabama, both my mom and my dad. So they used to, crazy motherfuckers out there and all that kind of stuff, right? But for me personally, in my own sort of way, just based off of like my experience with what I am dealing with now, living in Texas, with how people are acting towards me online, who I don't know how fucking crazy y'all are and what y'all are about and what you're trying to do. I don't want to give you that much credit, but like I want to be ahead of you in this department. You're not gonna roll up on me. Boom. Like it's not gonna happen no more. I'm not arguing with babies. Clack. Like that's where I'm at. So I'm going to go get my license before the end of this year. I'm going to go get me something. I'm going to go train. I will be going to the field, making sure I got my aim right. I am not playing because people are fucking crazy and I'm getting really sick of just sitting here going, what's wrong? No, I'm gonna keep mine. I'm gonna be good. This is why I don't go out like I used to and why I don't really like to be out late at night going to corner stores and grocery stores. This and other shit just goes down for no reason. Houston especially, we first 48 out here. Okay, like dead ass, not even that far from me. I'm not even in a bad neighborhood. Like a whole situation went down with 3 people. And we're like, what happened? Oh, got in an argument at the gas station. For what? Like, for what? You were looking at them funny? Like, are you crazy? This is why I don't entertain folks no more. When people be yelling at me on the street, fuck you and all that kind of shit, in my car, I have started my shit up and I will drive. I will cuss you out in my vehicle going home. Someone tries to cut me off on the road. I'm not doing, no, they try to cut me off on that road. I'm gonna hit my brakes a little bit. I'm gonna wait for that car to go on about its business. I will then reconvene back to my normal driving. I don't want to be anywhere around that person. There are people that will drive you. Like, listen, I gotta explain something to y'all. Road rage isn't just yelling at somebody from your window. There are people who have lost their lives over arguments on the road. Another reason that's good to have a gun on you at times, because there are people who get out their car and shoot. There was one video of this lady in Houston, this couple that were fighting somebody, and she pulled out a gun and started shooting the people. It was like, what are you doing? What are y'all arguing about? That we're at the red light and you want to go in? What? It ain't never that deep. It ain't never going to be that deep. It shouldn't be that deep. God forbid it ever gets that deep. Jesus. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Mm-hmm. Listen, and there were people saying it's a damn shame that his life was taken and da 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 over that situation with this one right here, the woman who was assaulted and her son. Yeah, like mind you, we saw the video of this man. This is an older woman, mind you, and whatever was said, whatever words were exchanged, he started swinging on this woman, like full hitting her, like not even like light taps, like. He went in with his entire body for some reason and put his hands on someone's mother. God rest my mother's soul, baby. If I ever found out something like that, it'd be on it. Wow. I'd be right up in there too. Mugshot and everything. I did what I had to do. Her son went and did all of that. And then all them people, oh, it's so sad. Girl, what? The man had a history of popping on people and doing all that kind of shit. See, here's my thing, TT. This is the thing. I am not going to get involved in something like that because now he going to see me as a man and he going to immediately take it to the next level. Okay. What I am going to do is call the police in a situation like that. I am going to take information down because I'm like, nah, he got to go. And if anything, I'm going to look for someone who is bigger than me to jump in the situation and stop it from happening. I don't know how tall he was or whatever this case may be. But if I look at somebody and I'm like, he carrying, I'm not going to fight him. If I look at someone, I'm like, let me look at this link times width times height. You don't got to look like some people who swole can't fight. So everybody can get it. But I'm just like, if it looks like you're about to do more damage to me in this situation, nah, I'm good. But I'm going to call the police, though, and we're going to get your ass put in jail and let somebody pound you out. As someone who has been in plenty of fights before in his past life, okay, who has had to fight for survival, who's been jumped, who's also did the baby, I have seen the worst. I have seen going to jail for fight. Girl. There is nothing worse than going to prison for self-defense. There is nothing worse for defending yourself than going to jail for self-defense. One day we'll have that story. But listen, I mean, of course, I beat that shit. But like on a real note, there's nothing worse than like you thinking, oh, well, I was just defending myself. And then technically, based off of how the law works, shouldn't have been engaging in it anyways. You both can go. It depends on the officer that day, too. Could be discriminating against you, person of color, woman. Are you a woman? Oh, take her to court. Take her in there. Oh, black person. Oh, Latino. Oh, take him in. Honey, I'm telling you, pick your battles. You got bail money? I hope you do. Of course, I've considered moving, but I also don't want to pay a lot of money to live somewhere and not be able to, do all that. Plus, I just moved here in this apartment, and how many months has it been? It's been a couple of months already. We're almost to the year, and then we get to renew the lease. If I was making more money on YouTube, I would more than likely live in Los Angeles. Yeah, but like I make a good amount of money to where I can live out here in Houston, and I can still have a life that I want to live and enjoy myself and have the things that I like to have and all that kind of crap. So like, that's why I stay in here. But LA is a completely different story. Oh, it is. It's basically like Houston. Not even lying. Like I looked at the housing market. Vegas and Houston are pretty damn close. Oh my gosh. Plug it in, Matt. Plug it in. I forgot that I had got it from the computer. Yeah, but I'm fine. I don't really have a plan as far as like me moving back to LA and when it's going to be and what all that is. I'm enjoying what I'm doing right now and being successful in what I have going on. And for me, it's whatever is next for me. If that elevates me into that next level, then let's get the fuck back to where we were. If not, and I'm supposed to still be here, then I'll be here. And it'll just be that. But, I'm not really trying to rush myself or put myself in a position to do things or to more so run on anybody else's plan. The thing is that when I did that, that's how those Reddit threads started. That's people's main ammo against me. He had to move and he had to ask for money and he's mean and he only talks about these queens and da 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 da. So I just don't announce everything. I'm moving at my own pace. It's been good for me. I'm clearly able to pay all my bills and still maintain lately. So like enjoy myself, go to my friends, if I want to buy something for myself nice and all that kind of shit, like I'm good. I'm happy. I would like to be in LA, but at the same time, I would be still in my house filming and doing all of this and that and the other, and with a cat and all that kind of crap. Like, I'd still be doing the same thing. So the only difference would be I would probably be at Hamburger Mary's every other night and also watching a drag show I'd be out a lot more. I will say that. I'd still be home, but I'd be out more. Yeah. To see the drag shows and support the girls and then work with the dolls in LA. So, but yeah. So no, I'm good. I'm happy. My furniture is paid. I have only 4 more car notes left until I am done paying on this vehicle. I am able to afford my baby's insurance, my animals' insurance. I'm able to afford all my bills and my rent. So talk about me, drag me, do what you want. I'm paying all my stuff on time. And that you cannot take away from me. Especially from the previous year and the year before and the year before that. It's only been up from here, regardless of whatever the views look like or whatever happens. Like, as far as how I'm doing, everything's getting better. We know what's going on. We're here. We're fully aware of our health now. We're fully aware of our finances. We know what we're trying to do. Everything's set. I'm just going with the flow and just trying to enjoy my life. Because bitch, it's been a lot of let me think about what everybody else has to say about me for a little too long, and I'm not on that shit right now. It's like, girl, I enjoy me. When I get off of here, I'm gonna make me something to eat. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make sure my animal is fed. I'm gonna put something on the television. I'm gonna turn this AC a little bit down and make my fan go loud, and probably get back to some Roller Coaster Tycoon, because that's been sort of, like I told you, I'm burnt out a little bit. So this has been getting my mind back focused. I always come back to this game every time I feel burnt out and I just want to create and not think about anything. I always come back to Roller Coaster Tycoon. I'm just like, okay, Matt, get back in this flow again. And it makes me think about, oh, I could do this and I can do that. And then all of a sudden my brain clicks and I'm like, I know what I want to do. No, I haven't. And that's why I wish I never even mentioned it. Even though she did say she was coming to the panel, this is why I don't like mentioning things. Because now I've given expectations. She's on tour for Work the World right now, so I'd be lucky to even have her at any point. She's supposed to be here in Houston on Sunday for the tour. I'm debating on getting tickets, but I don't want to. The highest ticket's like $130 something, so I'm like, let me pay my rent first. Like, let me pay my rent first before I go, because their show's on the 2nd and my rent's due on the 1st. I'm like, let me pay my rent first, honey. And if I got the money left over, then I'm gonna give you a nice little seat up at the front, because I did want to go. So because Deja's in the show, all of them are in the show, and I wanted to go. I don't have anybody to go with, but I'm like, I'm gonna at least buy a ticket. I just want to pay my rent first. But I'll probably see her there and be like, so what's tea? And we'll see. I'm debating about going to the tour in New York City. Go. I mean, it should be a good time. I just want to go because it's like, I don't know. Normally after the panel, I'm just in my house and like, that's it. And I was like, oh no, I could honestly find something to do, and it'd be nice to go support the dolls that are like performing and this, that, and the other. So I was like, I know, I just want to go. I do. I just want to go. She said it. It's not your fault. I know. She said it. No, mind you, we have message to Cornbread as well. Like, everyone's just busy. So I don't like put that pressure on them to be like, hey, girl, hey, girl, hey, girl, hey, girl. I don't like that. So, because I hate when people do that to me. So I'm just like, I will let me know when you're ready. And I will just make sure I have the link ready to go. And let's go. Well, the tickets are, I think, 50% off. I don't know. What I was looking at was like 140 something, which is why I was like, let me wait until my rent is paid, because I wanted to sit very close to the stage so I could see. The other tickets are kind of far, and I was like, oh. Wait, Big Bite Bunny, are you going? Shout out to Big Bite Bunny. This is one of my Houston Rant Pack lover, friend, kinship, sister, cousin, in my head situationship. You asked about the blackening. I did see it, and it was so funny. It was so funny, baby. The O'Reilly's Auto Parts. Oh, I cracked. It was so funny. It was so good. You were thinking about it? Yeah, I wanted to go. I just wanted to go. I don't know. I need to see something. Yeah, it's for Work the World. If I do go, I want to be in the center real close. Yeah, like all the center close seats are taken, and the only ones that I saw that were still close were a little bit on the edge a bit, but I'm like, at least I'd still be able to physically see in case we get a turnaround. And it's like, there go Deja. Hey, sister. Naomi Smalls is up there. That's my other sister. Hey, bitch. I got a couple friends on the show now, so I'm like, oh. I did want to go see it, but you know. I've been talking for 2 hours. It's time to go. It's time to go. Crash, thank you for the tippy poo. Go see your friends. No, you go see your friends. But thank you. No, seriously, thank you for the tip. I appreciate it. No, I'll probably be buying it. I'll probably buy a ticket. Yeah, I'll probably buy a ticket. Yeah, because I want to go. I just want to go and hop in my car and go say hi. Enjoy the show. So we'll see. Mamu, where are you? Oh, you right here. Oh my God. Okay. Aniki, oh my gosh, can you imagine what my set's gonna be? It'll be Beyonce. that's dead ass what it's gonna be. It's gonna be Beyonce. Stop. I ready yet? Yeah, definitely after Rent. Well, Rent, I've paid every bill. I've literally paid every bill. All the small ones too. So that's all that's left is Rent. I miss when my rent was $500. When I first got an apartment in 2000 and what year was that? 2006? Because I was just out of college. It was like I was in college. I came back to Houston. I got a job at a call center, and they had this special going. And I moved to Greenspoint, not really having I was like, I could live in Greenspoint because, mind you, I was attracted to a certain kind of, hood baby. Hood boy, something like that. Manny was running with them back in the day. I was running with them back in the day. So, I ended up moving into Greenspoint at a townhome. A townhome. That's right. Guns Point Baked by Bunny. Mind you, remember when that shooting happened at the Dillard's in there and that man was holding that woman hostage? I was living in the apartments, dead ass across the street. I was watching that all go down, okay? And like my townhome, townhome was $575. Townhome that it included, that is water and trash, all that. $575 for a townhome. I don't know. Like, I don't know what this looks like anymore. I have no idea what that looks like. I have no clue. You keep that as long as you can, but if that neighborhood is bullshit, run, girl. Yeah, I don't know what that looked like. My rent is definitely in the 4 figures. And it changes every month because they put my water bill and all that together, and my water is different every month. And it's almost like if something happens, it's like, child, like they just gonna charge you. It's ridiculous. Oh, that 600 sounds so cute. Oh my God, that just sounds so good. That just sounds so good. Oh, that sounds so nice. Oh, I would love to pay that in rent. Right now, bitch, I'd send that money today. I paid and go right back to what I'm doing. I mean, no, low key, I could pay my rent today. I just don't like to. I like to wait until the day before, so that way the money touches directly on the first. Yeah, November 20 somethings. 20, I think it's like before Thanksgiving. It's either before or after Thanksgiving. It's coming. I'm very excited for the Mario RPG. It originally came out on the Super Nintendo. It is a collaboration with Squaresoft that a lot of people, well, it's Square Enix now, but it was Squaresoft back in the gap. And to be honest, it was one of the most successful games that Super Nintendo had. And it's also one of the best games in the Mario franchises to ever exist, if not the best game, in my opinion. If I were to put all the Mario games together and tell you how I feel, that is my favorite of all favorites. And it was one that everybody wanted. It did get re-released again. For those of you who did not know this, if you had a Wii U, I think it was the Wii U when I played it before, because I played it on the Wii U under the library that Nintendo had back in the day when you could shop and do all that. It's not on there anymore though, like for the Switch. But when I had a Wii U, I was playing that game, y'all. That's why I was like, do y'all not remember playing it? It was the old version. It wasn't the new one, but it was on the Wii U. And I was gagged when they released it, like, oh my God, I can play this again. But it wasn't, it was like the same old style and this and the other. You just played out nostalgia. But they've revamped the entire series. It's a remake, completely crisp. We have Mello and Gino are back. I cannot believe, listen, Gino has been requested to be on Smash Brothers since damn near the inception of, or basically since Brawl, if I really just want to talk about it. No, or Melee? Melee. I think Melee. Yeah, I think ever since Super Smash Bros. Melee, they've wanted to have Gino in there. I was so happy when Peach got it. I was like, oh yes, make her a fighter. But Gino has literally been on the roster, and of course they made him like an assist trophy and like all of that, but they just never ever put him in there, and it just didn't make any sense. Like the fans wanted him in the game. When Minecraft got put in there, I was gagged when we didn't see Gino. I was like, what are we doing? So I'm happy those are two original characters that we're going to have back again in the series. Of course, you can play as Peach, not until later in the game. For those of you who didn't play, who are like, oh my God, I can play as Peach at the beginning. No, you cannot. You cannot pick your characters at the beginning of the game. It is an RPG. You have to play it like an RPG. So as the story progresses, you find characters. And so Peach is one of the last people you're going to get. I'm just telling you now. I'm just telling you now. Before you're like, oh my God, we didn't see her. And I played this game for 3 hours. You're going to be playing for a little while, because Bowser and Peach are also a part of like the same, they're like, oh my God, they came in later in the game. And it was the time that Bowser had to team up with Mario. Another reason why, yes, she is like, you're not beating the game without her. I think for me, it was Gino, Peach, and Mario the first run through I played. And then the second run, I think I had Bowser. I wanted to beat the game with different variations so many different times when I was playing it. But I know my favorite team was Gino, Mario, and Peach. And that was it. And then I did I think I did Bowser, Peach, and Mario too. I can't remember. I think so. Yeah, I just love the game. Oh! I cried. I cried when I saw it. I was like, there's no way we finally got it. And we've been asking for it too. I know I've been asking for it. So very much that. Yeah, she is the only healer. I think Mello has a move that raises, I forget if it's defense or if it's something that's kind of helpful, but it's not really that cruel. So, hey. Let's see here. I have some super chats I've missed here. That gamer guy, you were referring to Queen of the Universe. To quote Hate Retha on this season, truly floppulous. That's funny. Streaming services cancel and remove these shows to save money. After interest rates were raised above zero, they began to just burn through cash. True. Let's see here. My team advised me against speaking about this, but they didn't say I couldn't sing about it. Terrible. A little something for Mamu-chan. Thank you, Babette. I appreciate the super chat and everybody else. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Can you believe we are having a pirate theme for we were literally invaded by pirates. That's like having an entire queen, like an entire cast of indigenous queens and making the theme Christopher Columbus. Like, why? Thank you, Patty. I love the kitty. On a quick supper break at work. Love you, Matty and Mama Chun. Love you too, Mazal. Mama Chun is at my feet right now as we speak. He is currently laid out before his nightly zoomies he's going to commence. Oh, yes. Once that sun goes down, it's on. I need to wrap this up because I'm just now talking. Just talking. Matty, mad random, but do you have a random ass comfort show you love aside from what you've been covering? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Okay, so outside of Parks and Recreation on like just basically on a binge watch or The Office, I don't know if you'll think this is crazy, but I have to watch Gordon Ramsay in Hotel Hell or Kitchen Nightmares are the two. Like, and I can watch those episodes over and 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 over again. I kid you not. Like something about Gordon Ramsay and those kind of shows, man, it's so funny to me. He's so funny, but also it's the people he goes to help that it's just they're wild sometimes, and then you see them making mistakes and whatever, and this that and the other. And I remember this one hotel story about this woman who like literally had fecal matter in the carpet. And she like the way she explained it was so nonchalant. It was very, oh yeah, well, I had a little accident and I was running to the bathroom, and you know how certain things go. And it was still baked in the floor, like it was never clean. Then Amy's Baking Company, man, oh my God. That was one of the funniest. You get out of my restaurant. You get out. No, fuck you. Fuck you. Then Amy, that's fine. That's fine. That's yeah. You know what? You know what? Leave then. Leave then. They don't have a talent. They don't have a talent. They don't know. They don't have a palate. They don't know food like I know food. Everybody hates us. All of her pizzas were not cooked. Every single one of those pizzas were all not finished. I'm not sure what she thought a pizza was supposed to look like. Melted cheese does not mean it's cooked all the way. There needs to be baked. It's insanity when I would watch those pizzas come out and you could see the dough is still doughing. The cheese is just somewhat melted. It's like, honey, it's white. It needs to be baked. That is not a full mixture of cheese. Sometimes you can, if the crust gets there before you go, then yes, that makes sense. But like, not one single pizza she gave out was cooked. Not a single one. And had the nerve to be yelling at everybody. The only thing they had going for them was their kitchen was orderly. Like it was like everything was put in its place. So yeah. She was a joke, and so was her husband, and so was that restaurant. I wish them nothing but the worst. Actually, her husband's in jail now. Oh, no, he was deported. Oh, that's right. He was deported. Oh, that's right. That's the tea. That's the recent tea. He was deported. Do you know this man was apparently like running scams and also like he had some fake business that he was scamming out of or whatever, and he got in trouble for that. So they had to like get him back to his original country. If I'm correct, they don't even live in the United States anymore. Yeah, like they don't even live in the United States anymore. Like they had to move to like some other country. Yeah, like okay, wait, hold on. This is something recent I just saw on YouTube. You know how you go down those like icebergs and all that kind of stuff. Hold on. Amy's Making Company husband arrested. Look at me just typing things in for search. Yeah, like Amy was known for bank fraud. She had to go to jail for that. I remember that. Was Amy's husband deported? Sammy was eventually deported. Yes. See, again, typing things in a search engine. I'm not even gonna say that last name. Sammy was eventually deported. He was fighting his immigration since 2008. In 2018, the couple flew to Israel to begin a new life. They moved to the beach town in Israel, where Amy has been honing her baking skills, and opening a bakery on the boardwalk. So they're opening a bakery in Israel. There's a reason why he got deported though, and I'm trying to see what it was for. It was something to do with he got arrested or something, and it was some sort of criminal situation. Oh, hold on here. Then you're, oh my God, I can't. There we go. He was banned from France and Germany and has a history of drugs and extortion charges. Extortion. Drug and extortion. One more time. Drug and extortion. And is banned in France and Germany. So that lets me know that man was selling internationally in a suitcase. Like he was doing what's his name did that one show I used to watch. Black Monday. So like now they're in Israel and they're saying that this is the best decision they've ever made. And that, you know, ever since the show, they've only gotten better and their life has gotten much, you know, more favorable for them. And that, Gordon Ramsay didn't take him down. That's fun. Okay. Anywho. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. I hope you had a good day today. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up because I've just been talking and y'all have been leading the conversation, helping me like, oh, we want to talk about stuff. Let's talk about stuff. Yo. So do me a favor, hit that like button, share, and subscribe if you are new here. Also hit that thumbs up button if you would for me, please. Tomorrow we'll be talking about Drag Race Mexico early in the afternoon. I think around like 1 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Central. I'll be 4 p.m. Eastern. I'll be going live and talking to you about episode 2. Be on the lookout for the reaction for that episode on Patreon. I'm going to start getting more things going here. I'm getting my energy back slowly but surely. Trust me, we have a lot of shows to cover on this channel, and I most certainly will. But I appreciate y'all's support today. Take care of yourselves. Give yourselves a big hug from me. I will see you later. Let me go feed this cat. He's looking at me right now. Like, buddy, it's 6:30. Yeah, I need to go feed. It's time for him to eat. Okay. Talk to y'all later. Love y'all down. I'll see you for the next one. Bye. Listen.